Okay, so we are basically going to be doing lesson 10 of the workbook. So I'm going to start with the workbook, and let me pull that up here, and I'll show you, I'm going to show you the answers. Sorry, it's a little jittery because I don't have a tripod. So this is all manual. I should have had this ready for you guys. I hope you had a good Christmas. Here we go. All right, so workbook, leçon 10, okay? And remember, this is all about what we talked about. This is all about the articles and the use of the articles and also the use of the verb avoir. So here we go. This is on page 96 of your workbook. Okay. All right, so the first section that I asked you guys to do was this section right here, au café. It's writing activities, okay? So basically what they ask you to do is a group of friends is at a cafe, read what everyone is ordering, then say if they're hungry or not, or thirsty, using the appropriate form of the verb avoir right here, okay? J'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. So the first one here says, nous commandons une pizza, to order. Nous commandons une pizza because nous avons faim. Nous commandons une pizza parce que nous avons faim. Je commande une limonade parce que j'ai soif. Tu commandes un steak frites parce que tu as faim. You're hungry, obviously. Patrick commande un sandwich parce que Patrick a faim. Et vous commandez un jus de raisin parce que vous avez soif. Et Paul et Sophie commandent un soda parce qu'ils ont soif. So that was exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 down here is where you have to choose basically one or the other. And it didn't really matter what you chose as long as you put the right article. So, Eric mange une pizza, un sandwich. Nathalie commande une glace ou un soda. Sophie regarde un DVD ou une, actually it should be cassette video. I wrote radio cassette, but it should be cassette video. Regardless, it's feminine. J'écris, I write, avec un crayon ou un stylo. Pour mon anniversaire, je voudrais un vélo ou un portable. Up to you to choose, okay? As long as you know your articles. Very important at this point to know your articles. Exercise number C, complete the following sentences with suggested articles as appropriate. So here we have, dans le garage, il y a une voiture et des bicyclettes. Dans ma chambre, il y a des chaises et un lit. Let me move that arrow out of the way here. Excuse me. There we go. That's much better. All right. After that, we have Thomas a un portable et un baladeur. Isabelle a une copine. Paul et Marc sont des copains. Isabelle est une copine. Est une copine. Marc et Paul sont des copains. Le, la, l'apostrophe or les. Okay. Les élèves, because there is an S on the word élève, we mean more than one student. Les élèves et le professeur sont dans la classe. L'ordinateur est sur le bureau. Le stylo est sur la table. Ils, où sont, where are, où sont les cahiers et les livres. And again, because both of these words have an S at the end, you know we're talking about multiple notebooks and multiple books. And that's why you're using les and les. Okay? All right, as we go down the page to the next page 90, 80, 98. Pourquoi pas? This is what we're asking. Pourquoi pas here? So basically it says, sometimes we do not do certain things because we do not have what we need. So read about what the following people do not do. Then explain why by saying that they do not have one of the things in the box here. And basically what they're trying to get you to do in this exercise is to use negation. Remember we talked about negation? We said when you are negating a sentence, your articles turn into DE. As soon as you turn something into a negative, your following article becomes DE. Pas de, pas de, pas de, pas de, pas de. So that's an easy thing to remember. Could be D apostrophe as well. We don't have that use here, but it could have been D apostrophe as well. So Claire ne regarde pas le match de foot. She's not watching the football match. Elle n'a pas de télé. She doesn't have a TV. Okay. Paul ne joue pas au tennis. Il n'a pas de raquette. He doesn't have a racket. Henri n'écoute pas le concert. Il n'a pas de radio. Sophie ne téléphone pas à Céline. Elle n'a pas de portable. Okay? Et Jean n'est pas ponctuel. Il n'a pas de montre. Okay, so that is your answers for this section. When you're negating when you're negating a sentence with articles, your indefinite article will turn into de right here. Okay, whenever you negate, you usually end up saying de. Pas de radio, especially when it's followed by a noun. Okay, all right, section E, right here. You're talking about what you prefer. And these are categories. Remember, we talked about when we're talking about a category, something that falls in a category, we have to use the article, the definite article, le, la, les, or L apostrophe, depending on the context. Okay? So these are all categories. I'm telling you that I prefer a category of thing. Je préfère, in this case, le théâtre or le cinéma. It's up to you to decide what you prefer. Je préfère la musique or les sports. Whatever you decided to answer. Je préfère la gymnastique or le foot. Je préfère le français ou les maths, up to you. Je préfère la pizza ou les spaghettis, up to you again. Je préfère les carottes ou la salade. For every one of these sentences, when we're talking about preferences, likes, dislikes, you always use a definite article because you're talking about a category of things that you like or dislike, a generality, okay? So, je préfère le théâtre, la musique, la gymnastique, so on and so forth, as we talked about in class. Down here, your last exception to the, your last rule that you have to learn for lesson 10 is that when you're talking about something that you do on a repetitive basis, week after week, it's something consistent, you always have to put the definite article le, in front of your day of the week to indicate that it's something that you do regularly on a weekly basis. So here we have our class schedule that we're supposed to look at. I think there may be a mistake in the book. Not sure. But anyway, these are the answers that I am giving you here. So, but you look at the schedule and you should be able to find all this information on the schedule. So, j'ai une classe de maths. Okay, if we look mardi, maths, et jeudi, maths. Et mercredi, maths. So it looks like there's 3 of them. Okay, so I forgot to put the mercredi. I wrote, no, I got them all. No, le mardi et le jeudi, but it should be mercredi here as well. J'ai une classe de français, and if we look at the schedule, we're going to say français, français. And then we have, let's see, anything else? Français, samedi. That's the only days. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So here it should say le lundi, le mardi, skip the mercredi, skip the jeudi, le samedi. So there's a mistake in my answer document, but this is what it is. So we have le français, le lundi, le mardi, et le samedi. Okay? And then for une classe de musique, le mercredi, let's look for music. Music is which day? Do we have even music here? It doesn't even show up. So there's another mistake on our schedule, all right? So we don't have a music class, but I guess at some point we did, and it was le mercredi. So at some point we had a music class every Wednesday. Maybe they have a block system as well going. So, je dîne au restaurant le dimanche. Okay, there's nothing in the schedule, but we're guessing. Et je fais les courses, go shopping le samedi. Faire les courses. Well, it's not in your schedule, but you know in France that they usually do their groceries or their shopping on Saturdays. And it is a very cultural tradition for them to have a meal on Sundays in a restaurant. Okay? Alors voilà, ça c'est la leçon 10, workbook. Merci beaucoup.